Hello everyone, my dear friends, how are you all? This is Ayush Jain and I welcome you all to Educate Accomplished Learning. So guys, we were basically dealing with the chapter named as light, and in the previous lecture we just talked about the ray diagrams. Okay, we just saw various ray diagrams for the case of concave mirror and convex mirror. Now moving to the further discussions. Okay, now in this lecture we will just move to further discussions. Firstly, we will discuss about the sign convention. Okay, we are going to deal with the sign convention when we are just forming the image from a concave or a convex mirror or a spherical mirror. Okay, so sign convention. See, you might see, you have seen a number line in your lower grades or in the upper grades also. So what is a number line? Number line looks something like this. Okay, this is basically a number line and it can be extended till infinite. Okay, it can be extended in this direction, in both the directions. Now in a number line we always have the center point as something. Okay, so this center point is named as 0. Okay, this is the point of reference of a positive quantity or negative quantity. If there is any number which is on the right of the 0, that will be treated as a positive number. Okay, like 1, 2, 3, 4, all these are positive numbers, and the number which are on the left of 0, they are basically negative numbers. Okay, so these are basically negative numbers. Now why am I telling you about this number line? Okay, because in mirrors also, in the case of mirrors also, the situation is similar to this only. Okay, suppose we are just drawing concave mirror and convex mirror. Suppose this is a concave mirror and suppose this is a convex mirror. It will have a principal axis. This is the principal axis. In this case also, this is the principal axis and this is the pole. Okay, now here this pole plays the role of the 0. Okay, here this pole plays the role of the 0, means anything which is there on the right of the pole will be treated as a positive quantity. Okay, anything that is there at the right of the pole will be treated as a positive quantity, and anything which is there at the left of the pole will be treated as a negative quantity. Okay, got it? Okay, now in this case also similar thing is happening. This is treated as a positive quantity and this is treated as a negative quantity. Now you might have also seen the graphs. What is there in the graphs? See, suppose this is a graph. Okay, suppose this is a graph. In this we are having x-axis, here we are having y-axis. See here also, the point of reference is this center point which is 0. Okay, the point of reference is this center point 0. Now when we move in the upward direction, suppose we are moving over here, then here the value of y that we are going to get is positive, and if we are just moving to the downward direction, then the downward direction value is basically negative. Okay, you might have seen something like this, that on moving upward from 0 we are getting the value of y as positive. Suppose we are taking this point, suppose this point is named as what, 5, 5. Okay, so y, this is the y coordinate or the ordinate, what you say. Okay, so in this case ordinate is positive. Suppose we are taking a point over here, here the point will be what, here it will be 5, -5, suppose. Okay, so here in this case the ordinate is negative. Something similar is happening in this case also. Okay, something similar is happening in this mirror also. What is happening? See, if we are taking height over this pole, okay, or above this principal axis, if we are just taking the height above the principal axis or the pole, then that height is treated as positive. Okay, then that height is treated as positive, and if we are taking anything below this principal axis, then that thing is treated as negative. Okay, similarly in this case also, here it is taken as positive, here it is taken as negative. Okay, so it is somehow similar to this graph only. Okay, it is somehow similar to this graph only. The distance measured in the left direction of the pole are taken as negative, the distance measured at the right direction of the pole are taken as positive, the distances measured above the pole, they are taken as positive, and distances measured below the pole are taken as negative. Okay, so these sign conventions are clear to you. Now In the case of concave mirror, where are we having the focus? Okay, where are we having the focus, the principal focus? In the case of concave mirror, principal focus is present somewhere over here. This is the principal focus that we are getting. But in the case of convex mirror, the principal focus is somewhere over here. Okay, this is the principal focus that we are getting. Now, if I tell you to tell me the direction, tell me the sign of this focal length. Okay, this PF is the focal length. Okay, so what is the sign of this focal length? What will you take? See, this is the pole. It is present in the left direction of the pole. Means because it is present in the left direction of the pole, and we know that the left direction is taken as negative, we can say that focal length in the case of concave mirror is basically negative. Similarly, if we talk in this case, the focus is present on the right direction of the pole. So in this case, what we will take? We will take the focal length as positive. Okay, so I think that this sign convention graph is clear to you. So for certain practice, just for practice, I am giving you 2 questions. Okay, we are just solving 2 questions, and you just have to tell the signs that we have to take over there. Okay, so this is what? This is a concave mirror in the first case, and this is the principal axis. Suppose that this is the focus over here, somewhere over here. This is the center of curvature. Your object is present something like this. Okay, and your pole is present over here. Now what you have to do? You just have to tell me the direction, the sign of this object, the object distance, sign of the image distance, sign of height of the image, and sign of height of the object. You just have to tell me this particular thing. So can you tell? Yes, we can tell. How? First we have to make the ray diagram. First we have to draw the ray diagram. So suppose we draw the ray diagram. It will pass parallel to the principal axis, then it will pass through the focus. Okay, something like this. And then again, suppose it is passing through the focus, it touches over here, and it will pass parallel to the principal axis. Okay, so the image that we are going to get is formed where? The image that we are going to get is formed over here. Okay, the image is formed over here. Now can you tell about the height of the image? See, first we have to understand what is the height of the image, height of the object, distance of the object, distance of the image. First we have to understand that thing. So I am just briefing you about it. The object distance is what? Object distance is taken as the distance between the pole and the position of the object. Okay, means this is the pole, this is the position of the object, this is the position of the object. Let it be A. Okay, so PA, and let it be B, let it be A dash, and let it be B dash. Okay, so this U is basically equals to what? U is basically equals to PA over here. U is basically the object distance. This object distance is denoted by U, and the image distance is denoted by V. What is the image distance? Image distance you can see over here that it is PA dash. Okay, PA dash is the image distance. You can write it like this, image distance. Okay, the height of the object. What is the height of the object? The height of the object, if we are just looking towards the height of the object, it is AB. AB is the height of the object. Okay, similarly, height of the image, we are representing it by H dash, or you may also write it like HO or HI, but I prefer this particular thing. Okay, anything you can write. You can write, it is not at all problem. So H dash, what is it? H dash, A dash, A dash, B dash. Okay, this is the height of the image. Okay, clear? So I think these things are clear to you. What is F? F is the focal length. Focal length is basically PF. PF is the focal length. Okay, this PF is basically the focal length. This R, what is this R? This is the radius of curvature. Radius of curvature is the distance between this C and P. This CP is basically the radius of curvature. Okay, means you understood that the object distance is what? The distance between the pole and the object, that is the object distance. The distance between the pole and the image, that is the image distance. The distance between the principal axis and the height of the object is and the height is the height of the object. Distance between the principal axis and the height of the image is the image height. Okay, focal length, what is the focal length? Focal length is basically the distance between the pole and the focus, and radius of curvature is the distance between the pole and the center of curvature. Okay, so these things I think you might have understood. Now what we have to look towards, we have to judge the sign of these quantities. Okay, what sign we are going to take to solve various numericals on this particular thing. Okay, so we have to look towards that. Now what is happening over here? This u is equals to pa. Where is this pa? Okay, pa means it is moving towards the left. Okay, it is moving towards the left of the pole, and because it is moving towards the left of the pole, we can say that the image distance will be negative in this case. Okay, so I have just the object distance will be negative in this case, so I have just put this minus sign with it. Okay, so it will become minus u. Similarly, the image distance v it is basically equals to pa dash. So pa dash, yes, we are moving towards the left hand side, so because we are moving towards the left hand side, we can write it as minus v. Clear? Now h, height of the object, this is the principal axis, above the principal axis, so because it is present above the principal axis, it will be written as h. Okay, similarly, height of the image, see, principal axis below the principal axis, image is below the principal axis, so what we can write, it will be written as minus of h dash. Okay, below the principal axis, it will be written as minus of h dash. Similarly, f, what is f? Principal axis, pole and then left of the pole. Okay, pole, left of the pole, means f will be taken as negative. The focal length will be taken as negative in this case. Radius of curvature, c, p and then c, p and c. Okay, so it will be taken as negative. Okay, means it will be equals to minus r. So I think that this sign convention is clear to you. Now if we just take the case of convex mirror, okay, I am just taking the case of a convex mirror. Suppose that this is a convex mirror. Okay, this is a convex mirror. Now suppose this is the focus, this is the center of curvature, and your object is present somewhere over here. Okay, this is the object which is present. Let us name the object as AB. This is the object AB. Now you just have to tell me what, again the same things, the values of all the quantities. Okay, so let us just do or should you try it by yourself? Okay, first what you do, you just pause this particular video, you try it by yourself and just resume this. Okay, so hope you might have paused the video and tried it by yourself. If not, then I can't do anything. So what will happen, we will just mark a line parallel to the principal axis, it will pass parallel to the principal axis, then it will pass through the focus. Okay, it will pass through the focus. Then after that what we are doing, we are just passing another ray parallel to the center of curvature. Okay, it will pass through the center of curvature and it will get back undeflected. Okay, these two other rays being formed, and the image that we are getting is somewhere over here. This is the image that we are basically getting. This image, let it be a dash, b dash. This image is a dash and b dash. Okay, this is the image formed. Now you have to tell the sign convention of all these. Okay, u, v, h, h dash, f and r. You have to tell the sign convention of all these. Now starting with u, where is the u present? See, this is the pole in the left side. Okay, so u will be negative. V, where is the v present? Pole, right side, so v will basically be positive. Now another thing, h, where is the h present? See, principal axis above, so it will be positive. H dash, principal axis above the principal axis, it will be h dash. Similarly, f is what? Pole, and on the right side of the pole, means f will be equals to positive. Similarly, c, pole, right side of the pole, means it will be a positive quantity. Okay, it will be positive quantity. Okay, so hope you understood all these sign conventions. Okay, hope you understood all these sign conventions. Now what do we have to do? We have to measure basically this distance, and we have to we have to get a relationship between all these things, means u, v, h, h dash, f, r. We have to form a relationship between all these things. So guys, for making the relationship, we are having a mirror formula. Okay, as a relationship, we are having a mirror formula. I am not at all deriving the formula because it is not at all in your syllabus. The derivation of the formula is not at all in your syllabus. So if I just tell you about the mirror formula, what does the mirror formula tell us? Okay, mirror formula. The mirror formula tells us that 1 by f is basically equals to what? 1 by f is equals to 1 by u plus 1 by v. This is the mirror formula, and we are going to use this formula for concave mirror and convex mirror both with proper sign convention. Okay, we can use this particular formula. I am not deriving it, but I will definitely be deriving it when you just come in class 11th, okay, class 12th. Okay, so till then I am not deriving this particular formula. And what I can tell you, and also we are having one more formula. Okay, one more formula. Okay, one more formula. Which formula? One more formula is basically this, that 2f is equals to r. Okay, means 2 times the focal length is basically the distance of the distance of the radius of curvature. Okay, so these two formulas are of the utmost importance to you, and you have to form all the numericals by using these two formulas only. Okay, no other formula. Okay, so these two formulas are going to help you in finding various things. Now after this we are going to talk about the magnification. Okay, what is this magnification? I think I should clear the board, but no, it will work. Okay, no problem. So we are going to talk about magnification. What is this magnification? See, this magnification is basically a ratio. You are just comparing two things. Like you are just simply telling that the size of the image is greater, is this time greater than the size of the object. That means you are just comparing two things. Like your elder brother is this much tall than you. Okay, or your younger brother is this much shorter than you. Okay, that's a comparison basically. Okay, so in case of magnification, we are basically taking what? We are just comparing the height of the image and height of the object. So the formula for magnification becomes h dash by h. This is the formula for magnification. But if we just try to get the formula in terms of the distance of the object and the image from the pole, then can we get this? Yes, I am just going to derive certain things for you so that you can easily form it. Okay, suppose that this is a concave mirror. Okay, and that formula is going to work for both concave and convex mirror, but I am taking just one thing. Okay, I am just taking a concave mirror. Suppose this is the principal axis. What is this? This is the focus. This is the center of curvature. Your object is present somewhere over here. Suppose that your object is present somewhere over here. I am just making the object of a bit larger size. Now this is the point P, which is the pole, and let it be object AB. Okay, this object is object AB. What you have to do? You have to first apply the law of reflection. Okay, how come can we apply the law of reflection? Something like this, that you can just extend this line to pole. Okay, this line is going towards the pole, and suppose that this angle is angle I, which is the angle of incidence. Okay, this angle is angle I, which is the angle of incidence. Now for the reflection to take place, the angle of incidence is always going to be equal to the angle of reflection. Yes, we all know that for the reflection to take place, angle of incidence is always going to be equal to the angle of reflection. Okay, so let us draw another line, something like this only. This is basically what? This is the angle of reflection. Let us name it as angle R. Okay, so these two angles are equal. Now another line that we are going to get, how can we get the another line? We can get it something like this. Suppose that we are just, what we are doing, we are, let me change the color. What we are doing, we are just passing this ray of light from the center of curvature. Okay, it is just passing from the center of curvature. Now when it strikes the mirror, it will retrace its path again. Okay, it was going like this, it will come back like this. Okay, it will just retrace its path. Now because it just retraced its path, what will happen? You will get a point where the image is being formed. This image is formed somewhere, something like this. Okay, this is the image that is formed. This is the image. Now let us name this image as a dash b dash. Okay, this point is a dash, this point is b dash. Okay, so I think this thing is clear to you. Now this a dash b dash we have marked. Now what we have to do, we have to compare two triangles. Okay, we are just going to compare two triangles. First triangle that we are taking is what? First triangle that we are going to compare is basically ABP. We are going to take triangle ABP, and the another triangle that we are going to take is basically A dash B dash P, and triangle A dash B dash P. Okay, so we just took these two triangles. Now what can we do? See, here we can easily see that this angle I is equals to angle R, means this angle that we are getting as angle BA dash BPA dash, sorry, BPA, it is going to be equal to what? It is going to be equal to B dash PA, angle B dash PA dash. Okay, so these both angles are equal, and we can also look at angle BAP. Okay, angle of BAP is also equal to what? Angle of BAP is equal to B dash A dash P. Angle of B dash A dash P. How come? See, both are 90 degrees. Both are 90 degree angles. Now, because these two angles are equal, we can say that the third angle is also going to be equal. Why? Because see, third angle will be equal to what? 180 minus this one minus this one. Here also 180 minus this one minus this one. Both are equal. Means the third angle is also going to be equal. The third angle, which is equal angle, which it is basically angle of ABP. It is basically equal to what? Angle of A dash B dash P. Means the triangles are similar triangles. Okay, these two triangles are the similar triangles. Which triangle? These two triangles are basically similar triangles. Now, because they are similar triangles, can we just equate the ratios of the sides? Like, can we just equate this A dash B dash by AB, A dash B dash by AB to AP by A dash P, A dash P by AP, sorry, A dash P by AP. Yes, we can equate, because these two triangles are what? These two triangles are basically similar triangles. Now, what is this AB? What is this AB? We can clearly see that this AB is the height of the object. So can I replace this? AB by H? And what is this A dash B dash? A dash B dash is basically the height of the image. So can I write it like H dash by H? It is basically equal to what? A dash P by AP. What is A dash P? A dash P is equal to this, which is basically the image distance. And can I write this image distance? Okay, can I write it as image distance? But I just forgot to use the sign convention over here. Okay, you have to take the image distance as negative. Okay, so this H dash, the height of the image is negative, so it will be minus of H dash. Okay, it will be minus of H dash. What is this A dash B? A dash B is also negative, so it will be replaced by minus of V. And similarly, what is this? AP. What is AP? AP is equals to minus of U. You can simply write it like this. Okay, now when you just simplify it, what you will get? You will get that H dash by H is equals to minus of V by U. Okay, this H dash by H is equals to minus of V by U. But what is this H dash by H? Yes, I told you that H dash by H is basically the magnification. Means you can also get the magnification in the terms of distances between the object and the pole, or the image and the pole. Okay, so this is what? This is basically the magnification. We got the formula. Yes, we got the formula. Now, another term, the last term of the day that you have to take care of is power. Okay, what is power? See, the power can be easily shown as 1 by focal length. Okay, power can be easily shown as 1 by focal length. This is the basic formula of power. What you have to do? You have to just use this, and you will get the power of the mirror. It may be concave mirror or convex mirror. This is the formula for power, and the unit that we are going to take for power is basically diopter. Which unit? DIOPTRE, diopter, or meter inverse. Okay, the unit of power is diopter or meter inverse. Okay, so guys, I think I should end this particular video. Hope you understood each and everything that I have told you, and you have to remember these two formulas, this mirror formula, this formula, and this magnification formula. Okay, we are going to do look towards certain numericals in the next video. Hope you enjoyed it. Till then, see ya, take care, and bye bye.